Everybody doing tonight? Well, I can't really hear anybody talk yet, but hey, what's going on, anybody? Finally back from the wonderful COVID that screwed my life up for a couple weeks. Got a good friend here with me tonight. His name's Josh. Josh, you go and say hi, bud.
How's it going, everybody?
There you go. Anyways, COVID sucked. We can definitely agree on that. It sucked really fucking bad. As you can tell, my voice is still kind of shot. I lost my sense of taste and smell, but actually, luckily, I got it back pretty quick compared to most everybody else. So that was definitely a good thing. Hear me better? Okay.
Much better, yeah.
All right, cool. So, yeah, that definitely sucked. And I definitely forgot to start recording, so we'll go ahead and edit that out. But anyways, Josh, so glad you're here tonight with us with the fresh out of quarantine episode for myself because, I've been off work now I was on vacation for a week in Tennessee, which is where I caught this bullshit. And then I was off for 2 more weeks, actually going on 3. I'm going back Sunday, back to work. My doctor wanted me to finish my antibiotics before I went back.
Yeah? What'd they put you on?
Oh, well, I was on, okay. I was on ivermectin, which I had already here waiting just in case I got this shit. So I was on ivermectin. I went on a Z-Pack. I went on, the steroid. I can't think of the name of it now. They always give it to you to keep your airways open and shit.
Is that, are you talking about like the inhaler steroid?
No, the pill. I can't think of the name of it.
Azithromycin?
No.
No, that's Z-Pack.
No, not Z-Pack. There's another one that I was on, steroid-wise.
I got nothing.
Can't think of the name of it. Anyway, I was on that, and then I was taking zinc, D3, C, lysine, elderberry,
A whole kitchen sink.
garlic, curcumin. Yeah, I don't know. I've got a fucking handful of goddamn pills, but between all that and then once I finished the Z-Pack, I went on doxycycline, which is the same thing that Joe Rogan used. And honestly, I think it helped me. I don't know about everybody else. I know people are up in arms about the
old horse dewormer?
The horse dewormer, but excuse me. But honestly, I think it helped me. I really do. I felt, honest to God, I felt better probably within 4 days of getting positive test, which to me was fucking great. But for some reason, really, I think what the whole thing is they don't want you to use the dewormer because, for one, there's no patent on it anymore. The patent expired. It's cheap as fuck.
That's the big one. It's cheap.
Right. And now they came out with this new antiviral. Oh, whatever it is. I think Pfizer came out with one, and then Moderna maybe came out with another one, or somebody else. Basically, it's the same thing as ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine, but instead of charging what I bought a 250 ml vial of ivermectin for $50, they're charging $550 for one course of this new antiviral drug. They've already got a contract with the federal government. Billy Goat. Yeah, thanks, Gail. I'm not a goat, though. $550 for one course of this. It's not proven to work. It's under emergency use authorization, which isn't even technically...
Just like all of our vaccines right now?
Well, no, they're not even vaccines. We won't even go there.
No. Just like all of our
Those are therapeutic remedies. If anybody wants to argue with me, go ahead and get in the comments. And if you want, I'll give you my phone number. You can call in right now, and we will argue about that until I turn blue in the fucking face.
Yep. Until we both turn blue in the fucking face.
Yeah. So, anyway, COVID sucks. Just, wash your hands, take your vitamins. Take your vitamins. Everybody out there, take your fucking vitamins, because if you don't, you're going to get sick. It's just a fact. And why not take vitamins to help yourself while you can?
Right, exactly, yeah.
And I'm telling you, I got sick. And when we got back from vacation, When we got back from the DR, I kind of slacked off on my vitamins. And that right there, I believe, is why.
Were you drinking?
No, I don't really.
Tennessee?
No. I mean, yeah, with dinner maybe. But like not, I don't drink a lot anymore.
They say that's when you can, like you're most vulnerable for it. If you've been like drinking heavy, it jacks up your immune system and makes you a little more susceptible to it.
I believe that. I definitely believe that, but I don't know. I just know that I believe in vitamins. I believe in ivermectin, and if you do get sick and you go to the hospital, do not let them put you on remdesivir and all that other bullshit. Remdesivir is the fucking kidney killer, and you don't want that.
I'm definitely going to be getting a hold of you for some the ivermectin hooked up so I can have some of that at the house.
Hey, I've got it, buddy. 250 ml vial. I took 4 mLs a day for...
Based on weight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 110 pounds per ml. And no, I didn't shoot it in my veins, anybody that's wondering. I just drank it.
That sounds disgusting.
It was horrible. I mean, I lost my sense of taste and smell, but I could still taste bitterness, and that shit was bitter as fuck.
Ugh. He mix it with anything? Put it in like a shot glass of water?
I would mix it with my emergency, actually, and it made emergency bitter. Okay. So that's, you know.
Wow, 4 mils.
Yeah, 4 ml. So anyway, let's get to some trucking shit because some shit's happened since I've been off. And, yeah. So while we were off, or I was off actually, wasn't on the air here.
I want to throw out a disclaimer real quick. I'm not a trucker, and I don't claim to know shit about it. So I'm just here for a outside view on everything.
Hey, that's fine. We like that too. See if you can talk a little bit more into your mic there.
A little better.
There we go. Now we can hear you better. Okay, so anyway, text some people, get them to tune in while we're sitting here. So a couple things happened while we were off. Let me go ahead and share my screen here, and we'll talk about it.
Kyle, I just text you if you don't tune in.
Yeah, Kyle, get on here, Mr. Dad. Get on here, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with everybody here. We're going to talk about some shit.
I wonder if Hale's working right now, Ben.
I don't know. Benny, he was on here a while back. He messaged in, was talking to us. Okay, so we have the screen now. So first off, this one right here, Josh, you can see it on this screen right here.
Okay.
No, excuse me. So a state trooper here in Ohio was going down 70, and as you can see, smashed right into the back of that truck.
Mangled.
Boy, excuse me, my voice is really going tonight.
That does not look like he survived, but it...
No, it doesn't look like it, does it? I mean, but he did. It just goes to show you those are good cars, honestly. I mean, they are. I mean, I drive one, so. So if you look at it a little bit further, the guy lived. He was a 25-year-old trooper. His name was Jared Fitzpatrick. So let's just, go ahead and say, Jared, if you happen to catch this for some odd fucking reason, which you probably won't, but hope you get better. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know why you hit the back of that truck, but you did. And
we got dash cam footage, don't we?
Yep, we do have the dash cam footage. We're going to watch that here in a second. But whatever happened, why ever you did smack into the back of that fucking truck, I'm glad you're still alive. And just thank God that DOT bumper was there, because that's what they're saying saved your life. So anyway, he hit a truck driver, as you can see right there, Thomas Irvin, 58, from Heath, Ohio. So he hit a guy from Ohio. The driver wasn't hurt at all. Probably barely even felt it, to be honest with you. Excuse me. So anyway, here's the video. Let me get it to play. I'll go ahead and blow it up. So you can see, I mean, he's not... I mean, he's just kind of cruising right now. He's not even on 70 yet. I'm assuming this happened over by Indiana somewhere, because it was picked up on Indiana News.
I wonder if he got a call. It was like
they said specifically he was not on a call. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning. He'd been on shift since they come on, I believe, at 11 or midnight. The troopers either 11 to 7 or 10 to 6, maybe. I can't remember. From back in my old copping days, I know we were 11 to 7 here. Our third shift was 2300 to 700. I mean, he's moving pretty good. It doesn't have his speed. This is like an Axon body cam almost looks like. It's not a body cam, but...
It definitely looks like he is moving, though.
Yeah, it looks like he's hauling ass. Now, I don't know how fast he's going, but I know.
Yeah.
It looks like he's moving pretty good.
I mean, he's passing cars like they're kind of sitting still.
Yeah, he's fucking hauling ass. See, the dash cam is in front of the passenger side.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if we'll be able to hear it or not. There it is.
Yep, here it is. Oh, what were you... Oh, dude, I bet he was looking down at his computer.
You seen right before... He swerves just a little bit. He's like, oh, shit.
Yep.
Fucked. That right there, that's terrible.
I bet he was looking down at his computer.
He might have been, but, I mean, they said specifically that he was not on a call at the time that happened, and I don't know. I don't know what happened, man.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh, hey, and just so everybody knows, we are going to do the top 10 best snack cakes eventually when I get all my taste back.
I want to be here for that.
Okay, well, you're welcome. You're welcome to come back. So yeah, that's definitely coming too. Let's see here. Then we have the other guy out in Colorado, maybe.
Yeah, 110 years.
He got 110 years. I really haven't honestly kept up with too much of that story.
I actually I did a little bit of research. If you want to hear what so a lot of the stuff that I got, because I couldn't find any like definitive answers on news articles, because you know how that goes. But I did a little Reddit deep dive on this one, and I was reading that the company that he worked for one, wasn't exactly upon the straight and narrow. They only employed, I think they said five drivers, and everything I'm saying is completely speculative and came from Reddit, so I'm not 1,000% if it's even true. But they had like, I think I said like 30 safety violations over the past 2 years. He was told that he didn't qualify per DOT standards. I don't know what that is, but for being able to read English and speak English properly, like to be able to read the road signs and stuff like that.
I can speak from it real quick from being in Arizona. A short time I was there, and I worked for the DOT. You know, in Arizona specifically, you have to have be able to read English. There's no Arabic, Spanish. There's no other languages in Arizona. If you don't read English, you don't take the test.
No. Continue.
So,
well, this was in Colorado, right?
I believe so. I'm trying to find it here right now while you're talking. So.
Yeah, well, it was Colorado just because I had a conversation with a buddy of mine and his dad. They're both from Colorado, so they kind of got deep dive into it, and his dad used to truck a little bit. I heard that he also passed a runoff, what are they called, runoff ramps?
Yeah, the safety
runaway
runoff.
ramps.
Yeah.
They said that he passed one of those, but the way I was reading it, and I'm really torn on this one because... The way I was reading it was that he was going downhill and he was in a panic and he was like swerving to miss cars and that he accidentally missed the runaway ramp. I don't know how realistic that is because I don't know anything about it. I've never even been to Colorado to see these runaway ramps, so I don't know anything about it.
Well, I can show you a picture of one. Hang on a minute.
I think I've seen a video. A long time ago, I think I tagged you in a video of a truck going down one or up one.
They're just sand, I mean, basically.
Yeah, and what I was reading is that this one isn't particularly like the other ones, how they go uphill. This one was kind of more flat and easier to miss. I don't know how...
You can't miss them fuckers, dude. When you're going through the mountains, they're everywhere. Like, you'll see signs.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the way I understood it was that he realized that he lost brakes going downhill. And this is where it gets kind of weird for me, is that he was like... I guess he panicked and he was swerving through traffic trying to miss cars. From what I understand, there was already a wreck. Or did he cause the wreck? I'm not entirely sure.
I did hear that there was a wreck at the bottom.
So I was wondering if traffic was kind of piling up on him a little bit, and it just came up a little bit quicker than he maybe expected. I don't know, man. There's so many different things that go into this, whether it would be deserving of 110 years. If it was pure negligence, that's on you, and 110 years sounds fitting to me, but...
Here it is. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, okay, so I drive every day. Let me go ahead and say this, that sometimes you might be driving down, say 71 for me, or 75 or 70. And if you're not paying attention ahead of you, that traffic in front of you might be completely stopped and you don't even notice it.
Yeah.
Especially in the daytime.
Yeah.
I mean, because, nighttime brake lights are more prevalent than the daytime. So here's a word to the wise, anybody out there listening. If you are driving and you come up on traffic like that is dead stopped in a 70-mile-an-hour zone or on the highway, throw your four ways on. Throw your four ways on.
Yeah.
And then if you want to turn them off once people pile up behind you, that's fine. But turn your four ways on to alert the people behind you that, hey, I'm fucking stopped.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not saying these people, made a mistake in front of him by any means, but I don't know. It said he wasn't a truck driver for very long. I do know that.
He was only, 26
26-year-old truck driver, Aguilera Menderos. Sorry if I butchered that. I'm sure I did. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. They're going to reconsider the sentencing, it looks like. Thank God, because 110 years, no matter what you do. It wasn't like he was fucking drunk. It wasn't like he was inebriated in any way. He passed all his drug tests. He passed blood tests, field sobriety tests. He was not, negligent as far as drugs go.
Now, what if he was negligent on his inspection before he got on the road? Is that a thing he could do?
They could nail him for that, maybe. The thing is, though, you do a pre-trip, and you check your brakes, you check all that stuff. Yeah, well, Jackson's saying hi.
We got a guest.
Yeah, so you check all that, and that's every day. But the thing is, you could be going down a hill, and if you're a little inexperienced like this guy, and you're riding your brakes, they're going to glaze over.
Yeah.
Especially if you're loaded, and even not loaded, doesn't matter. They're going to glaze over.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose brakes. That's what those runoff ramps are for, because it happens in the mountains. People going down the hill don't shift down. What you're supposed to do technically, if I remember right from when I went through the training, is if the speed limit is 55, you brake down to 50, and then you let off. You go back up to 55, you brake, go back down to 55, or 50. And you keep doing that, and that's how you keep yourself from...
I think it said that he hit him doing, 75 or 80?
I think it was 80 mile an hour, yeah.
Yeah. Now, is there anything in this that you could see where that sentence is justified?
No.
Nothing at all?
No. I mean, no. Convicted on 27 charges, including 4 counts of vehicular homicide for a fatal chain reaction crash that happened in slowed traffic on I-70 near Lakewood, Colorado.
Did you see, was there footage?
He lost control of his brakes and bypassed the runway ramp before crashing into slow traffic. So I think what they're probably seeing is he did not hit that runaway ramp when he should have.
Yeah.
But I mean,
well, and that's where I was reading, he was kind of in a panic going downhill, and he was trying to swerve to miss cars. And
I'm sure. But if he was here, but here's the thing though, if he was already losing his brakes going down that hill before that traffic even came into his field of view, and he passed the runoff ramp, swerving around traffic to hit it, he fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all there is to it. He fucked up. He shouldn't have done that, because that's what those ramps are for. Yeah, the state charges you big money if you hit them.
Really?
But oh yeah. Yeah, they fuck you.
Now, do you think the company he works for should be held accountable for this at all?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, like I said, I was reading up, and it said that company has been hit with a bunch of safety violations, including faulty brakes and things like that. It said that company has been hit with a bunch of safety violations, including faulty brakes and things like that. We lost something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. Hang on a second.
See if we're still live.
We're still live, I believe, yeah. We just lost our other screen there.
Yep.
Sorry about that, guys. So, yeah, I don't know. All companies have safety violations. Those safety violations. Sorry about that, guys. Those safety violations are not necessarily on the company; they're on the driver. But like, if I get pulled over and I get inspected and I have a brake light out, that goes against me and it goes against the company that I work for.
Right.
So I don't know. It's kind of like unfair in a way, the way things work. It shouldn't work the way it does. But unfortunately it does. That's just kind of how it works out.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Like I said, I did a little bit of reading on it, but from a completely outsider point of view, not knowing anything about, DOT standards or anything like that, really. So I was like, it was a completely outside view.
Yeah.
And I could definitely, like, from an outsider point of view, I could see why that happened, like why he got the amount of time that he got. But now listening to somebody who's been in the world or is currently in the world daily, I don't know. It's such a, it feels super wishy-washy back and forth to me. Because it's like on one hand, you got like the moral standard of you killed 4 people, and then trying to figure out whether it was your fault or not. And I feel like that's where it gets real gray.
It does. Oh man, I don't know, man. I just don't think what he did justified 110 years. No. I don't think what he did, being in the course of his job, he should even get charged with anything like that, murder-wise.
No.
But I'm a truck driver, and I'm kind of
a little biased.
But here's the thing. To think about every driver out there going out and doing their job every day, thinking, "Fuck, if I get in an accident, I might get 110 fucking years."
Yeah.
Okay, that in itself scary.
Yep.
I mean, because you could legitimately be working, just driving, and somebody in front of you slam on their brakes, and you rear end them. As long as you had the following distance you were supposed to have, you hit them, it's not your fault. But at the end of the day, the way you and everybody else sees it on the outside, it is your fault because you hit that person in the ass.
No, I don't quite see it that way, just because, I know you, and I know people, I know mechanics that work on trucks. I know people who have been in the world, so I like...
Wait, there's Ben. Ben, call me. If you got a second, call in real quick, buddy. You got my cell number.
Oh, yeah, dude. What's up, Ben? How you doing, buddy?
We'll talk about that boycott, buddy. Give me a shout here.
You talking about all the...
I'm not sure, actually, the trucker boycott, which...
So, I don't know if you're referring to all the trucks that are parked on the highway, everything that I read, that was not the boycott. That was a lot of trucks pulled over because there was, like, crazy high winds, and the highway was actually shut down for truckers and stuff because the winds were so bad and they were blowing trucks over, and, it was real dangerous conditions for truckers at the time.
Are you talking about up in Wisconsin?
I don't know. I'm talking about just the picture that was going around of all the semis pulled off on the side of the highway.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Now, there was one today.
I'm talking about like when this whole thing first started, right after sentencing, there was like a big somebody took a picture. I think I don't know if it was in Colorado or where it was at exactly, but somebody took a picture of a bunch of trucks, a lot of semis pulled off on the side of the highway, and used it to say that was the boycott in Colorado and stuff like that. From everything that I understand, is that was a bunch of trucks pulled over on the side of the road due to wind conditions and things like that.
Ben's going to call us here in a few. Determined to be the fault of the driver. Yeah, it was. I mean, he was at fault. I mean, he was driving the truck. He didn't hit the turn off or the pull off when he should have. I mean, all in all, it was his fault. And yeah, he was at fault for the accident, but I don't think 110 years was justified. And the vehicle, yes, it did suffer a malfunction, but the malfunction was suffered at the hands of him because he wasn't braking correctly. Like I was telling him a few minutes ago, you probably weren't on here, but you brake, and if you hold your brakes down in the truck, they're going to glaze over. You're going to lose brakes. That guy did that. He must have not known, or I don't know. I don't know what his deal was, but he definitely wasn't braking properly.
How old do you have to be to get your CDLs? Is it different in different states, or is that a nationwide thing?
No, hold on.
Because I thought I read it was like 21.
I think it is.
And if that's the case, the max amount of time he could have been trucking is 5 years. And I'm kind of curious to know if he's ever been through the mountains with a full load before. I feel like that
you said full load.
Or whatever. Completely loaded down. Listen, this is a welder talking about trucking shit. So
to obtain a commercial driver's license or commercial learner permit, son of a gun, you must be at least 18 years old or have a valid Ohio driver's license and provide proof of U.S. citizenship or permanent residency. So in Ohio, you can be apparently 18 years old. Most trucking companies, though, I believe, won't hire you till you're 21. So I think it's an insurance thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That looks like Ben's calling. Hold on a second here. Ben!
What's going on?
How are you there, Deputy?
I can't complain.
How's it going, brother?
Busy, but all is well.
Well, that's good, man.
What's the word, brother?
Nothing. Just, surviving this COVID bullshit and talking a little bit, trying to get my voice back because it's pretty much shot, too, as you can hear.
Yeah, a little bit.
How's the crime over there in the big city of Dayton, buddy?
It's it's a lot more prevalent amongst our young people. I'm seeing offenders younger and younger. You know, I thought it was because I was getting older, but it's really, 15, 14-year-olds committing extremely violent crime.
Really?
I mean, we definitely seen some youngins doing some foul stuff when we were doing security, so I don't think that's too much of a surprise, right?
Yeah, and it's a lot of those same. I've run into a lot of those same kids that we were dealing with back then. Now, so
that's crazy because we try to cut them a break and help them out and talk to them and stuff, and they just keep on.
They don't care.
Yeah,
they just don't care at all. There's no fucks given. Hey, real quick, Chad. It was not a brake line failure. The brakes just overheated. The guy just lost control due to that. Actually, he probably would have been in a better situation if his brake lines would have failed and he would have lost air pressure because his spring brakes would have kicked in and would have locked up. So he probably would have killed himself before anybody else, to be honest with you.
You think so, going downhill like that?
Probably, yeah. I mean, he'd have locked him up for sure. So, Ben, how you been, man? I mean, you haven't been getting shot at or anything crazy, have you?
Thank God, no.
Good.
Just busy more than anything. I'm on SWAT now. I'm a field training officer now.
Oh, man.
Look at little Ben. I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just trying to work my way up.
Well, it sounds like you're fucking doing it, man. I'm happy for you.
Keep on keeping on, man. That's what's up.
Appreciate it. How my guys been? Huh? What's going on with y'all?
I work and sleep, man. That's all I do.
Yeah, pretty much the same here. I work, I sleep, I play with my kid, I play with my wife, giggity, and and that's pretty much it, man. The fucking living the dad life. I know you guys don't have any of that yet in your life, but you will eventually, probably. But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, Ben. Did you hear about Brad White?
Brad White. Yeah. He I want to say Drew Rankins told me it was either him or Ash. One of the two told me about it.
Fucking COVID, dude.
Yeah, he was real good dude.
Yeah, we were actually going to talk about that. There's, we've had so many people we know die from COVID, and I feel like I just want to raise awareness on the treatment protocols that are actually out there that people aren't using because they're not in the hospitals. It's sad to see people like Brad who was a fucking awesome guy. That
Derek Lambden was another one.
I know Derek too, and Derek was an awesome guy. It was just really sad to hear, that both of those guys passed away. I hated it, but we just had a driver out here where I work at. He passed away here not too long ago from it, and I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I got lucky. I was very mild, symptomatic wise. The worst thing that happened to me, like I told Moose earlier, was just, I lost my taste and smell, and that was, believe it or not, I mean, not trying to sound like a pussy, but that shit sucks.
Oh yeah.
I could only imagine.
So there was one point that I got really sick. I definitely thought, I was like 100% convinced that I had it. Like I was running like a 103.2 fever. I couldn't taste anything. I couldn't smell anything. Couldn't breathe. Turns out it was the doctor said it was a severe sinus infection. I tested negative like 3 times, and but I was pretty convinced that I had it. And like I said, I couldn't taste or smell, and that was awful. But I don't know, man. Like my buddy up in Michigan, his whole family got it. Like his wife, and his and all his kids. They all got it, and I don't think any of them ran a fever like a single time through the whole thing. I think that's what he told me. They all had really mild symptoms, and he's got to go get his heart checked because he's having like some weird like arrhythmia stuff going on. His breathing is jacked, but even he had none of these problems during it. As soon as he like was done with it and all the symptoms went away, the mild symptoms that he had, then he started to get the bad shit.
Well, that's fucking great. I'm glad to hear that.
So, no, it was like it was days after, buddy. I think you're good now. You're what? How many weeks out?
Like a week.
Yeah. I thought you said you were like 2.
No, I got diagnosed. Well, I guess it is 2 weeks. I'm a week out of quarantine.
Right. How far from symptom free are you?
Oh Jesus! I never had a fever. My symptoms subsided within 4 days, probably.
Yeah, so you're probably about 2 weeks out of quote
about
unquote,
shitty,
quote unquote.
like the shitty part where I was super tired and all that. But anyways, let's talk about this one. We're losing viewers, man. I've only got 1 live viewer right now. That hurts.
Yeah, I jumped off to call in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. So I know you can't see the screen, Ben, but so there was I thought you were talking about the 100 vehicle pileup reported in Wisconsin today. Did you hear about that?
I did not. Well, yeah, my comment was, and Moose covered it. I started seeing, I was seeing pictures and videos of Walmart and Target, or not Target stores. Or it might have been Target stores, just different chain stores that were just completely empty since he got that 110-year sentence.
Well, okay, so I don't put out there who I work for, but obviously us 3 talking here, we know who I work for, but I haven't been back to work since any of that happened. So I don't know if that's the case. I'm assuming it's probably, excuse me, it's probably not really the case. That's not the reason. The reason probably is just short on freight. I mean, if you were where I work at, the freight coming in has been pretty slow, honestly.
Isn't that a problem at like the docks and stuff like that for having people to offload the
it's a problem
ships and stuff?
Yeah, it's a problem everywhere. I mean, the people. Okay, so where I work at here, local, they're probably one of the highest paid places to work at around here.
Really?
They pay guys in the freezer like it's over $20 an hour.
What the hell?
I mean, for this area,
what the fuck am I doing?
You're not working in a fucking -20 freezer is what you're doing.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, that they pay good money, but they just can't get people to work.
Yeah.
And even after all the like federal government money and all that shit went away, still can't get people to work.
Yeah.
It's sad, really. It is. Anyway, this one's a good one. Now, Moose, can you see these pictures? If you look right here on this,
all right,
on that screen.
Wow.
I can't share. I'm sharing this screen, so I can't really blow them up. There's a video here of this pile up that happened up in Wisconsin. Ben, you getting a lot of car wrecks, or you pretty much stay off of that kind of thing?
I don't do much on the highway just because of the side of town that I work on. But a lot of the wrecks that I do work, that I do get, we've had some pretty serious ones.
Well, you work on what? You're on the west side?
Yeah, west side of the county, yep.
So you probably get stuff there on 75, don't you? A little bit here and there?
Yeah, a little bit, but for the most part, if it's a serious injury crash, our traffic unit will come out and handle it for the most part, depending on severity. Okay,
I gotcha. So when I was working, obviously it was a smaller county than what you're in. I mean, we had 5 deputies on shift at a time. So
Jesus.
Yeah, it wasn't many. We had counting a sergeant was 5. We would run, well, no, sometimes it was less than that. We would run 2 cars in the south part of the county, which would be down here where we're at now, Moose, and then we'd run 2 cars up north.
Oh, this is where you work?
Fayette County, yeah.
No, okay.
And then we'd run in Jeffersonville area, like 71. I got into some nasty accidents on 71, I'll tell you. I've seen some pretty fucked up shit on 71 that I never want to really relive.
Yeah, I got a buddy that he's a mortician now, but he used to do body recovery, so he's told me some pretty gruesome shit.
Yeah.
About some accidents.
Yeah, you're lucky, Ben, if you don't have to take part in all that bullshit, because that's just not fun. But
I got a question for Ben here. You've probably dealt with so much shit since then. I don't know if you remember the big high-speed chase that was on 75 a few years back. And I think I talked to you about it. I think it ended up by Needmore.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I think I thought I remember you saying something about it. It was a young kid. But me and one of my buddies, we were out riding and we hopped on 75, and this car, like as soon as we got on the highway, there were 2 state boys just sitting on the side, like the emergency lane on the right hand side, right off the exit. And we get on the highway and they're just sitting there, you know, trying to figure out what they're doing. And then they start rolling up the emergency lane, and then out of nowhere we just hear a car coming up behind us, and we're wondering why the highway's so empty. They hadn't made it to closing down that exit yet, so we got on, and then we hear this car coming up behind us, and this car passed us probably doing like 120, 130 or more. And then shortly after that, there's just state boys burning past us, and they were like watching them set up spike strips on the side of the highway and shit. It was wild. My buddy was out of gas, so we were gonna follow it and see what happened.
I think I remember that one. It was that one was a pursuit. Were you on your bike then?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I remember that because he came up to Needmore and almost ran a state trooper over the trooper was trying to set up strips, and he almost hit the trooper that was about to throw the strip.
Yeah, that started way down south, dude. We were down, like, I think we were an exit past Middletown.
Yeah, that started down, like, toward Monroe or Mason.
Jesus Christ.
Somewhere down that way.
The boy was cooking. I mean, he passed us, and it scared the shit out of me and my buddy Kevin, because we were just cruising. And he passed us doing probably $130.
And the thing that's even more wild than that, and I had to go do my research. He was in an Infiniti G35.
Yep, that's it. I was trying to remember. I kept thinking G36, but it was an Infiniti G35.
Yeah, it was a G35 coupe. It was great.
I like those cars too.
Oh yeah, and it was definitely modified, because when he passed us,
burned highway patrol.
I heard the turbo run off, like when he passed us. It was.
See, we don't get good shit like that around here anymore, man. Fayette County fucking blows.
It was definitely crazy.
God. So I know, Ben, you can't see this, but there's a video of that big crash up in Wisconsin. It's pretty fucking nasty. What do you think, Moose? Watch that again. There's a guy standing on the side of the road, Ben, and he's seen all these trucks piled up, and this other semi just comes swiping through.
Shit, dude.
You have to watch this video. I'll have to message it to you. This is fucking.
I'll say, yeah, message it to me or tag me in it.
I'm trying to figure out if there was a wreck already, if there was just. Oh, I'm just trying to figure out if there was a wreck already.
There was. You can see it.
Or if they were just in like normal like construction traffic.
See, this guy's an asshole. And I'm a truck driver, and I'm telling you right now, that guy's a prick. He was fucking watching a goddamn movie like a fucking Swift driver, and he comes plowing through into this. Look, they're all stopped. See him?
Yeah, everybody. Dude, he is haul assing too.
And that guy's not a Swift driver. That is definitely a fucking owner-operator truck of some sort. He's a fucking douchebag. Not paying any fucking attention. Look. Oh, fucker. You can see him. He starts to fucking slide sideways.
Oh, yeah. You definitely realize that he was not paying attention.
Jesus. Now, here's my rant time. So,
here we go.
I'm a truck driver. I'm a proud truck driver. I love what I do. But guys like that give us a bad fucking name. People out there that are actually safe and do their fucking job, they get on the fucking road. We put our phones down. We don't fuck around with our shit. We do our job. We watch out for people like you on your fucking motorcycle. We watch out for cops like Ben out there. Fucking people driving their fucking kids in their minivans. We watch out for people like that. People like that right there that's probably got his fucking iPad on the dash, watching a fucking movie, has 3 GPSs in the fucking window, got glare from hell, can't see anything, not paying a bit of fucking attention. How many people he just fucking kill?
Yeah, I'm definitely curious about that because that's going to definitely spark some controversy if he killed anybody and he doesn't get anything for that after this dude that just got 110 years.
Right, because that in itself is negligence. Yeah, that guy is straight fucking negligent for doing what he did.
Yeah, but that's obvious. Like you could literally see it in the video.
Yeah,
like he was not. There was no slowing down at all in that. He just came plowing through.
Ben, I'm gonna send you that message right now.
Okay. You guys would be surprised. I mean, there are just how many people in the general motoring public have dash cams in their cars, and just you can see, just people blatantly running red lights and stop signs, and I've seen some videos where the person was texting or just on the phone, not paying any kind of attention, and they T-bone mom, they just pick kids up from school. The majority of our crashes, if they're not alcohol related, they're distracted driving.
Yep.
Or somebody who just doesn't have a license at all, who shouldn't be driving at all.
Jesus.
Like our accidents up on the highway, usually revolve around somebody. The truck driver is usually never at fault. Usually they've gotten cut off and they had to stop short.
See what oh, go ahead.
That happened. I mean, I have a really good friend of mine that happened to, Ben. He was 20 at the time, probably a 25-year driver, almost 3 million miles, safe miles, never been in an accident ever.
Wow.
He's in Columbus, driving on 270. I believe it was 270 on the east side. East side of 270, he's driving. It's raining. He had, per radar, because we have radars in our trucks, he had his radar following distance was like 500 feet. It was almost maxed out at like 550 feet. Somebody cut him off, slammed on the brakes. He hits him. He went from 500 feet down to like 30 and hits him as he's running, 55, 60 mile an hour, right? He got cited for that.
Wow.
He got cited for that. All because he hit him in the ass. So he got, what did he get, Ben? Tell me the law he got.
ACDA, they might have, or short clear distance ahead.
Yep, short clear distance ahead.
They might have hit him with a reckless op.
They got him with a short clear distance ahead, which puts on he's a West Virginia license holder, so he gets points in West Virginia for that. He also gets points on his fucking TSA record, Transportation Safety Administration record. That stays for 5 years.
Wow.
He's fucked for 5 years from going anywhere because some fucking jerk off cut him off.
He didn't have a dash cam, did he?
That was right before they put dash cams in trucks. And then there's the other thing. Guys bitch and piss and fucking moan about dash cams. Let me tell you what. I got in an accident here, it was probably a month ago. You can see in the dash cam, the fuckhead, I'm making a turning left out of an entrance, coming back onto the road, 2-lane road. I make my turn. My tractor is straight. So if I'm pulling out, I got my little semi here. If I'm pulling out, I'm already in my lane like this. This guy flies by me and hits me right here.
Wow.
Right forward of my tandems on my trailer.
Right.
He flew by me. You can see him in the dash cam. I'm already straight in my fucking lane.
Right.
And he hits me on purpose.
Wow.
Between the dash cam and the guy behind him that's seen the accident happen, I got off.
That's good.
I got completely cleared of any wrongdoing. But that's the kind of people that are out there. This guy seen a semi turn with, the name of the company I work for is giant and prevalent on the side of the truck.
Yep.
He thought, oh, fuck, there's a payday. Some fucking young guy, younger than us, probably 26, 27 years old, I forget his age, driving a fucking Mercedes.
Turned 27 in January, Billy.
Whatever. Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I mean, you would not believe just how much the dash cam saves people.
They do.
I have a dash cam. I have one in my personal car in my truck, and it's forward and back. So it's getting everything behind me. It's getting everything in front of me. Just based off of my experiences, just investigating traffic crashes, just how much it's actually saved people.
They do. They save your ass.
Yeah, I think I'm going to invest now.
They're cheap.
Yeah, no, for sure.
They're not expensive. You get on Amazon and buy one for fucking $50.
Yeah.
$50. Mine runs 24/7.
It just runs a loop.
You know,
hey, know what? If you really want to be cool, go get you a fucking. I have a GoPro. I use in my truck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's loud in
It's a
there.
fucking gong, dude.
Yeah. The GoPros work great too. If you read them, but they have a loop feature where you can run like a 20-minute loop, half-hour loop, 45-minute loop, whatever.
Yeah.
It just records over itself.
Yeah.
But while you're driving, as long as you activate
don't matter,
it,
yeah.
right? I mean, if you want to have a multi-use item, that's what I bought mine for. But yeah, like Ben said, 24/7, you get one just runs a loop, and it'll save your ass.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you had anybody like get in an accident, Ben, and then pull up their dash cam like, hey, this motherfucker cut me off? Have you had that happen?
That's exactly why I bought one for my personal car.
Because somebody did it to you out on the road?
Yeah, like they like, oh, I got it on video, and this was a couple years ago. It was like, okay, well, let me see it. Clear as day. Clear as day. This other car ran red light. Clear as day. I had no independent witnesses. It was their word against the other. They pulled out the dash cam, and I'm like, oh, okay. Date and time stamp at that. I'm like, okay.
Hell yeah.
That just made my job a whole lot easier.
Oh shit.
That's great. So you can. I see. Before when I was a deputy, they didn't have that shit. Well, we only had like 2 cruisers out of all the cruisers we had that had dash cams in them. So people definitely didn't have them in their cars yet.
You're showing your.
Oh no, not at all. This dash cams didn't really. They got big with truckers, but they really weren't affordable till probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, they're not expensive at all now. They're pretty cheap, I think. I don't know. I recommend it, Moose. If if you're a dickhead driver, I'd recommend getting one.
I'm not a dick. Well, no.
Yeah, he is a dickhead driver.
Depends if I'm in a hurry or not.
I don't know. You just, they do save your ass. There's a lot of old time truck drivers, man. They really, really throw a fit about it.
What's their reasoning? What's their gripe?
Tattletale device. But at the end of the day...
Or save your ass device?
Right, that's how I look at it. It's a CYA device.
Yeah.
And I don't know about any other truck drivers out there listening, or, even in the recording here later, but I don't know a driver my age that would say, fuck that dash cam.
Right.
I mean...
Now, how often do they... Sorry. How often do they get used against drivers, though? Or against truck drivers, though?
Not very often.
Is it directly linked to the company you work for, or is it a personal thing?
No,
or?
it's directly linked to the company I work for. Yeah, 100%.
Now, is there this might sound stupid, is there somebody monitoring that, or is it just only used in situations?
Okay, so how ours work, where I'm at, I'll lean back here, get comfortable. It's running 24/7, but it's not recording. A few things set it off. Like an abrupt stop, the G sensor in the camera, it'll kick it off and it'll record. I believe it's I think they have ours set to like 8 seconds prior to the event and 8 seconds after. So it's a 16-second video, I think. If you take a turn too hard and your truck rolls, a little too much, it'll go off. But it has to be a lot.
Yeah.
Or you hit a really hard bump, or like even sometimes like a really, really, really bad pothole.
Yeah.
Will set it off. Not very often, but it will. Some of the ones, this time of year we start getting snow and we'll get some pretty shitty potholes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They'll set them off.
We do live in Ohio, so.
Right? Drive to fucking Michigan.
I have. My best friend lives in Michigan.
So,
when I had my Harley, I wouldn't even. I wanted to ride my bike to his house a bunch of times, but I just won't. The roads out there are just shit.
Oh god, I don't get up there very often. When I do, I hate it.
Especially like I want to say it's probably 15-20 minutes after you cross the border into Michigan on 75. It gets bad. I'm talking like 3-inch wide cracks all the way down the center, like the transition between the two lanes. So if I'm riding my bike, like I'm stuck in a lane until that big ass crack ends, or it's just gonna swallow a tire.
Did you still have your bike, or did you get rid of it?
No, I sold it.
Did you?
Yep.
Good.
No, I love it. I miss it. I want another one.
Don't.
The only reason I sold it is because I want to do some work on the house and sell the house and shit like that.
You're better off to not have it.
If I die on the bike, I died happy.
Some of the crashes I've seen, I still got my my Gixxer, and I've gone back and forth quite a bit about keeping it or selling it. Just from some of the crashes that I've personally witnessed, and it's like, it's fun, but is it really worth it?
When you see somebody's fucking teeth spread across the fucking road, it's kind of a...
No, I get it. I got a couple dead friends because of motorcycles, so I understand.
I understand it's fun. Buy a boat or something.
Boats are money pits, my guy.
I got a boat. It's not a money pit. It's a fucking fantastic thing to have.
How long you had it?
I had it about a year now.
Yeah, I give it about 2 years.
Well, my family's had boats forever. We've always had a boat,
yeah,
so...
Fucking things.
I love my boat.
Oh, no, I'm not saying I don't love boats. It's just they get real fucking expensive when it comes to maintenance and shit.
Yeah, they do. I agree. But they're fun, too. It's the same thing as a motorcycle, but... Just be careful, man. If you get another one, that's all. You too, Ben. Just fucking keep your goddamn eyes open. I don't want to be fucking seeing you motherfuckers in the hospital.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that was kind of one thing I wanted
to... sits in the garage a lot.
That was kind of the one thing I wanted to piggyback off of when it come to the truck drivers and stuff like that. 99% of the truck drivers that I encountered when I was on my motorcycle looked out for me when I was on the road. And I thought that was really cool. Like if we were ever in like slow traffic or something like that, the dude wasn't sitting more, any closer than probably 50 to 75 yards behind me. I mean, the dude was sitting like they'd always sit way back behind me and stuff, just kind of give me a cushion room. And I don't know if that's probably like a standard for you guys or what, but a lot of your normal drivers in their regular vehicles and shit will get right up on your ass. And that is a terrifying thing when you're on a motorcycle, if you're at a stop.
Yeah, no, like... For me, I know if I'm behind a driver or something, or I'm behind a motorcyclist, I keep more distance with a bike than I do with a car.
Yeah,
a lot more.
That is a fantastic feeling. I agree, Moose. That happens to me. Probably every time I get on the highway, or if I'm somewhere where traffic is slowed and they're behind me. It's like it feels good having somebody looking out for your best interest.
Yeah, someone that is actually paying attention to the fact that you're on two wheels and you're not inside of a vehicle.
Absolutely.
You have zero protection. Somebody hits you, they're hitting you, not your car.
Yeah, no, I mean, sorry, I was texting my wife. There was a time, you guys are both bikers, so there was a group of guys, they were all from out of state. We were on 33 coming back from Logan, Ohio. I was in my big truck. And it was about to just let loose storm-wise.
Yeah.
These guys, they had nowhere to go. There's nothing out there. They just passed pretty much the last exit until you get damn near to Columbus. Or, Canal Winchester. And, it let loose. Bad.
That shit sucks, dude.
I got behind these guys in my big truck, turned on my four ways, just to keep anybody from running up on their ass.
Yeah.
Because I felt bad.
Oh, yeah. No, it sucks. Because it feels like BBs hitting your
know.
face.
When I did have my motorcycle, I remember it was horrible.
Especially when you're cooking at like 70, 75, and it just opens up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know those like freak little rainstorms that you run into sometimes where it's not even that dark or anything?
Yeah.
And it just feels like rocks cracking off your face.
Yeah, it sucks. And I felt bad. I'm like, well, fuck it. I don't work by the hour. I work by the mile. So if I can slow down for a couple miles and help these guys out, I'm gonna fucking stay behind them. That way, I know if somebody comes up and hits me in the ass,
yeah,
I'm not gonna feel it probably.
Yeah, you're not even gonna notice, and that car's not going anywhere after that. Right. Anyway,
Ben, did you see that trooper that macked into that fucking truck on 70?
Oh man, I don't know. I think I assume. This is just my assumption.
I want your
based on the way he was driving. He was looking down at his computer.
That's what Moose said too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he was looking because I would be lying if I said I'm not guilty of that myself. Trying to get somewhere quick, looking at my computer for updates. I think he was driving a lot faster than what he actually needed to.
It looked like
he was hauling ass.
It looked like he was hauling ass prior to hitting that guy.
Oh yeah, he definitely was driving fast enough, and I don't know how their camera system is set up, but for a certain speed, our camera system kicks on, and if the speed is fast enough, from what I've been told, it gets flagged to our administration, and they start asking questions about why we were driving so fast.
Now, I remember when I was deputy, once our lights came on, the camera was activated.
Yeah, that too.
And that's what I was waiting on, because like how fast it looked like he was driving. I was waiting for lights to come on, but
his lights never came on.
No, not once.
No, he was definitely going fast enough. His lights should have been on, I think.
Yeah, because it's like, I had a sergeant tell me if it's a situation where you need to get somewhere fast and you're driving well above the post speed, turn the lights on. It is what it is.
What they're there for.
Yeah.
They're there to alert people, hey, I'm hauling ass. Get the fuck out of my way.
Right.
Why not use them, right?
Now, my question is, okay, so this might be a dumb question from somebody that's not and has never been a cop. When you guys run lights versus when you run lights and sirens, is there a difference? Is there a reason that you sometimes run just lights?
So typically, if you see us running just lights, we're within proximity of where we're going.
Okay.
And we still need the general public to move out of our way. But if it's a in progress call, we don't want to alert. We don't want to necessarily alert the bad guy to our incoming presence. If we can help it.
Which makes sense.
Right.
Like your burglaries, your robberies, stuff like that. We typically cut tone when we get within a certain proximity.
Yeah, I remember back when I was still working. At nighttime, a lot, like right now, it's dark out. People are going to bed. We wouldn't run our lights. We run our sirens. We run our lights on our sirens, just to not wake people up.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that too. Yeah, if it's after a certain hour, I don't work midnights very often, but if it's after, you get around 11, 12 o'clock. If I can help it, I won't run my siren either.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of a courteous thing.
Well,
I got one of my buddies wants to jump in here that I went to high school with, talk about kids, but we've been on here for about an hour. It's about time to wrap it up, unfortunately. But
we can go as long as you want to, buddy. That's up to you.
Well, I try to keep it to an hour, and then that way people don't lose interest.
Fair enough.
So, Ben, hey, man, it's been great talking to you.
Hey, absolutely, man. It's always a good time chatting it up with my bros.
Yeah, man. We all need to get together sometime soon.
Yeah, or what's your, when you have a Thursday off, man, fucking come down. We'll get you on a mic here. We'll all sit here and bullshit for a little bit about, we'll tell some old cop stories. I'm sure we both got a couple of those to talk about.
Oh, we got a couple of them. we got some security stories, too.
That's right.
Oh, some good old orbit stories, boys. We can sit here for hours, man. When Billy taught a grown-ass man how to fly one day.
Let's keep that for another time.
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, we had some good times. We fucked some people. That's the shit the truck drivers I work with don't know about me, man. They don't know. They don't know I used to be a cop, man. They don't know. They don't know I used to work security and used to be a cop.
They don't know that Billy used to be a fucking savage. Is what they don't know.
Hey, I'm a nice guy these days, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're family man now.
This is the refined. Reinvented Big B right here.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, dude, I can sit here forever and tell fucking security stories.
Well, we'll keep it for next time. As long as I get your ass back down here again, we'll keep it for next time.
Oh, dude, anytime, man, for sure.
All right, well, hey guys,
I'm all the way with it.
Hey man, are you ever off on Thursdays?
Yeah, my schedule rotates, but I do get Thursdays off every couple weeks.
Well, just keep me posted, man. If you, you want to get down here with us on a Thursday, you moose hook up or something, come on down, boy.
I'm all
the way with it.
I'll bring my extra mic.
Yeah, we'll do it, man.
That would be a fun one, dude. Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
My dogs are about to raise hell. My wife's home, so. All right, man. Well, hey, we appreciate it, buddy. I'm going to jump off here.
Hey, it's all good, bros.
Take it easy. Stay safe, brother.
Yeah, be safe out there.
Have a
All right, well, he's cut off. That was fun. Good talking to Ben.
Absolutely. Always good.
Hell yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this show up. Moose, I appreciate you coming down and bullshitting with me, talking about some truck driving stuff and some life stuff and some other stuff and some shit we probably shouldn't have talked about. We did anyway. So, hey, it was fun.
No, it's fine, man. Anytime, brother. I'll come back anytime.
Good. I appreciate it. Everybody, listen, I appreciate you tuning in tonight if you did on the live. If not, I hope you download this episode and check us out there. Really appreciate it. Make sure you check us out on Spotify. You check us out on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Anywhere podcasts are available, you can download this show and you can enjoy it anytime you want and hear this raspy COVID voice. Hopefully by next week, this raspy COVID voice will be gone, but... I think my kid's knocking at me behind me here in the window. You probably can't see on the live.
Oh, yep, there he is.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, appreciate it. Once again, thank you very much for hanging out with us. I definitely appreciate it. And remember, man, take care of yourself and everybody else, just like Jerry Springer always said. And we will catch you all next week. Moose, you got anything left to say, bud?
That's it, man. Everybody subscribe to the channel and check it out, man. Tune in, download the episode. It's good times.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you all later. Have a good one.